have guests today to talk more about this important event. Sharif, what else we have?
Yes, also we have an energy expert who's going to be speaking to us about the Feng Shui. We'll be learning more about the sources of energy, and it's going to be a really interesting topic. We also have another topic throughout this edition that we're going to be discussing, the Egyptian Museum celebrating with the 140th anniversary. It was inaugurated in 1902, and definitely with 120,000 artifacts within this amazing and historic museum. This is going to be also one of the topics for today's episode.
But Sharif, first we're gonna have a look on cruise quiz, and we'll come back, so please stay tuned.
Now it's time for Cruise Quiz. It's time to visit one of the most popular sites in Egypt and to ask its visitors questions about it. Today we're coming to you from the Egyptian Museum of Antiquities. Do you know the name of the owner of the first ever built pyramid in Egypt?
Cheops? No. Oh, first owner. No. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you know who's the owner of the step pyramid?
Zoser.
Perfect, that's correct. Behind me, this is the statue of King Zusa, as we call him in Arabic, or Jeza, as he's known in ancient Egyptian, which means the divine one. King Zusa was the founder of the third dynasty, 2690 BC. Also to him belongs the very first ever built pyramid in Egypt, which is the step pyramid at Saqqara. This statue of him, which is made out of painted limestone, was in a room, a totally sealed room, which we call the Serdab, to the north of his pyramid, and in it we can see the king depicted sitting on the throne with a robe that covers his body except parts of his hand, where one hand is relaxed on his lap and the other is by his heart. He's depicted with a long hair wig as well as a headdress, and we can see a slight moustache on his under his nose here, as well as also we can see his names under the foot of, or the base of the statue, the pedestal, which has in it King of Upper and Lower Egypt, who's protected by the symbols of the two goddesses, the Wajid and Nekhbet, the vulture and the cobra, and then his name, which means divine of body, which is Neta Khet. Do you know who's the king who introduced the worship of one god, and he's the father of Tutankhamun?
Ramesses.
No.
I don't know his name either, but it's the one god. He is in this museum. He doesn't quite look so good. I guess the people who were very unhappy with him after his reign and disfigured him in many ways.
No.
Yeah, Akhenaten. Akhenaten is the first monotheism in the history of the world.
Do you remember, or do you know who's the king who introduced the worship of one god?
I can't say the name. It's too long. Akhenaten.
The Akhenaten.
Okay.
Perfect. King Akhenaten lived around 1353 BC. He belonged to the 18th dynasty. He's popular because he's the first king in the history of the entire of ancient Egypt to use one god. He called him the Aten. We have viewed together some of the most important artifacts here at the Egyptian Museum. And by this we come to an end of this segment of Cruise Quiz. Until we meet again next week, it's goodbye.
You're still watching Nile Cruise. Now we're heading to Cruise Online, and usually every week we bring the top picks and selections from the social media and YouTube, and we bring it up to you. So we'll be heading now to Cruise Online. But before we move to that, we remind you that you can interact with us, send questions, comments, engage with us more on Nile Cruise on Nile TV. You'll find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Google.